Number 3. BS Zelda and BS Zelda Ancient Stone Tablets. Now these are technically two separate games, but I'm going to include them together here because of their similarity and the fact that they shared a very unique method in the way that the player could acquire them. You see, in the land of Nintendo's long-lost technology, there was once a device called the Broadcast Satellaview. It was an attachment for the Super Famicom that allowed you to download games to your console all the way back in 1995. It was released in April of that year, but only in Japan. If you were a subscriber to the service, you would be able to download and play a great variety of games from Nintendo's main franchises and even some high-quality third-party games from companies like Konami, Capcom, Square, and more. It was way ahead of its time. Now that you know about the hardware, let's get back to the games. The first one is BS Zelda no Densetsu, aka BS Legend of Zelda. Games in this series carried the BS tag to indicate that they were specifically for the Broadcast Satellaview hardware. This game was a 16-bit reimagining of the original Legend of Zelda game. The map was condensed, but was very similar to the original. The dungeons, however, were a little bit different. This game was only available to play for a few predetermined hours each week in sessions, much like a broadcast television show. You played it live along with everyone else, while a live announcer would speak from time to time to tell players about events that were happening in the game and power-ups that they would be given for periods of time. The goal each week was to conquer the 2 available dungeons in that session and acquire the Triforce pieces within, along with snagging any items or weapons that were available. Each week for a month, you would be given 2 new dungeons until you completed the game in the 8th dungeon. The other Zelda game for the Satellaview was BS Zelda no Densetsu Inishi no Sekiban, aka BS Legend of Zelda Ancient Stone Tablets. This one is kind of a sequel to A Link to the Past. It takes place a few years after A Link to the Past and centers around a human kid that is mysteriously transported to Hyrule and must become the Hero of Light. Link does not appear in this game. Instead, you play either as a boy character with a baseball cap or a girl character with bright red hair. Just like in the previous game, you can only play during live 1-hour sessions while they are broadcasting each week. And, just like before, there were 4 episodes to enjoy. Modders and preservationists have painstakingly gathered the remaining save data from these games off of the old Satellaview systems and pieced the games back together for people to play now. The only thing missing is the live announcer. You can pick these up on reproduction cartridges, on eBay, and other places and enjoy them for yourself. But I want to see an official release. Package these together, Nintendo, add new voice acting for the announcer, and use AI to randomize the events so that it feels live. Don't remake A Link to the Past, give us this instead.